All right. Let's make sure everything's running smoothly. Perfect. All right. So today we're going to be doing a. Let me just double check, make sure everything's running good. All right. Anyways. All right. So today we're going to be doing a recap of the UFC 315 fight card. Huge implications for like the future of the UFC with that main event, which was pretty crazy, but we'll get to that later on. So the first fight is Natalia Silva defeats Alexa Grasso. Silva looked pretty good, pretty phenomenal, and probably was her breakup performance. She had great timing on the counters. Alexa Grasso kept wanting to kind of come in on her, and she would move back and counter. Very fluid, very accurate. Her kicks were nasty to the legs, to the body, mixing it low and high. Grasso looked a little bit flat in there. Maybe couldn't adjust to her as well. This is the first fight in a while where Alexa Grasso is fighting somebody that's not named Valentina Shevchenko. We had the three fights where she was fighting Valentina Shevchenko quite a long time ago now. She had that very impressive rear naked choke from that spinning kick from Valentina Shevchenko, and then the second one was a draw, and the third one went Valentina Shevchenko's way. So it was pretty interesting fight, that's for sure. She could definitely fight Valentina for the title next, and she's on a 13-fight win streak now, so it's pretty impressive. The next fight was Ayman Sahabi versus Jose Aldo. A lot of people are watching this fight. Jose Aldo always gets the OG fans to view his fights, obviously, and Zahabi, always a pleasure to watch him fight, and him and his brother are legends in the sport. His brother is an absolute legend in the sport. Huge fan of him. For us, Zahabi is one of like the geniuses of MMA. One of the OG coaches that got a lot of traction towards him because he's a very intelligent guy. GSP's coach, how could he not be intelligent? So this fight had a lot of hype behind it for sure. It was a great first round from Aldo, right? It was a lot of output, which may have screwed him over in the long run in the later rounds, but a lot of output, more normal in the first round from Aldo. Round three was actually crazy. Aldo almost knocked Zahabi out. It was he dropped him pretty bad, and then as he was getting back up, barely legal, soccer kicked him. But so I mean, he got that, he got that knockdown, but after that, it didn't really go his way. Zahabi mounted him and started throwing elbows. I think maybe Aldo was kind of out of the mix. The gas wasn't there because of the high output earlier on in the fight. Zahabi poured a bunch of really good combat combos on him in rounds 2 and 3 with clean striking. His IQ showed that fight. It was a close fight, but probably leaning towards Zahabi. Some people, the hardcore Aldo fans too, calling it a robbery. I would have liked to see Aldo versus Cruz, Aldo versus Cejudo. Like they should have. I think that they should have gone a different way with Aldo. I think a lot of people would have liked to see like Aldo versus Cruz. Like that's just a really fun fight that both fighters talked about wanting. But it's unfortunate, now that he's retired, right? We might not ever see that again. But Aldo had a great career, right? Amazing career. They should have probably given him a retirement package at the end, right? They should have been like, okay, well, we know that if he loses, this might be his last fight. They should have gave it to him. I would like to see that because he is a legend, right? I mean, he's been around for so long, so many generations. Great fighter. But I'm excited for Ayman Zahabi's future as well. That's for sure. Next, we have Valentina Shevchenko. She defeated Figueroa. I'm not sure how to say her last name. It was a good chess match. I probably had 1, 4, and 5 for Valentina Shevchenko. Her opponent had a solid middle stretch, especially in the clinch. There's a lot of clinch, a lot of knees, right? A lot of clinch work. Round 2 could have probably gone either way. Pretty razor thin scoring, right? Valentina showed her experience and controlled her distance pretty well, and she snapped her 12-fight win streak, right? Very, very impressive. Another thing, Valentina Shevchenko has been around forever, and she's been dominant forever. She deserves her flowers, you know? I mean, seriously, like, she's been around for such a long time, dominating these girls. A very, very impressive fighter. Very, very technical, very, very impressive. People got to give her flowers, you know? The last fight, JDM versus Bilal Muhammad, was not only an insane matchup, like stylistically wise, but I mean, the reason why it garnered so much attention is simply because this fight has massive and massive, massive implications on who Islam Makhachev's fighting next. Arguably the biggest star in our sport, and we'll get to that, right? Okay, and we'll get to that. But I just want to show you guys PMI's action figures. They have these UFC licensed action figures. I got a box. We are about to be opening them. They're like little like Easter eggs. So they're going to be available at Walmart nationwide in the entertainment and electronics section. And there's 14 different fighters that you can collect. All right, so let's open the first one. And then they also have like golden ones, right? So it's like kind of like a Willy Wonka Chocolate Factory one. You can, if you keep buying them, you eventually, might get a golden one. Those are like the super duper rare ones. But it's pretty cool, right? It's like literally this is just cool enough itself. It's a UFC punching bag, and you open them. So these are the PMI action figures that you can get. So it's Charles Oliveira, Max Holloway, Alexander Volkanovski, Zhang Weili, John Jones, Islam Makhachev. I think these are the golden ones. So there's the golden ones are going to be Charles Oliveira and John Jones. Those are the rare ones. And there's Israel Adesanya, Amanda Nunes, Sean O'Malley, Brandon Moreno, Valentina Shevchenko, and Conor McGregor. How could you not have Conor McGregor on there, right? All right, so we have 2 of these inside. All right, so my first one, oh my God, I got Conor. Okay, nice. Guys, my first one I literally got Conor, so I got 2 Conor stickers. And then I'm assuming that this is something we're going to mount him on top of. Like, that's like the base. That's what I'm assuming. Ooh, that's clean. Look at the tattoos. Look at the detail on the tattoos. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That's actually pretty cool. All right, let's go to the next one. So first one I got is Conor. Is that actually crazy? The first one I got is Conor. Look. Is Conor coming back or what? Second one. Let's see who he's going to get. Maybe we can face them off. See what I'm going to get right here. I want to open the action figure first. That way I'll get surprised. Oh my God. Yo, on my second try, I actually pulled a golden one. Like, it's actually insane. And the golden ones were either Charles Oliveira or John Jones. Let me check this. So I literally just pulled Charles Oliveira. Okay, so does that mean Charles Oliveira versus Conor McGregor is coming up or what? Look how cool that is. All right, let's set them up. Look at this. Guys, are we going to see Conor McGregor versus Charles Oliveira? All right. This is actually going to be pretty cool to put in the back. All right, let's open another one. But first, I'm going to give more thoughts on the title implications. So, right. So, if Belal wins, and a lot of people all of a sudden started rooting for Belal, because if Belal wins, we get one of the biggest fights that we could even ask for. Ilia Topuria versus Islam Makhachev. That would do record-breaking numbers, like absolutely insane. And that would just be like something I'm genuinely like so hyped for every single day, waiting for that, right? The last time I remember like being so hyped for a fight like in the modern era, right, was Islam Makhachev versus Volk won because it was a double champ thing. You know, Volk wanted to test his skills, and he just cleared out his division. I really, really wanted to see that. And then also Charles Oliveira versus Islam Makhachev. Both of them are Islam Makhachev, right? And Topuria versus Max. Islam Makhachev versus Charles Oliveira was just so big. I remember the hype was just so big. A lot of people were thinking Charles Oliveira is the antidote to these Dagestanis. A lot of people were saying that he would beat Khabib, and I just wanted to like see like what's going to happen here. And Islam ran through him, right? Topuria versus Max for me was just such a huge fight because I was really backing Max, and Max just knocked out Justin Gaethje, and Max is he's cleaning out the featherweight division except for Volk. You know, Volk's his kryptonite. But other than that, I feel like Max really controls distance very well, puts on the volume. He doesn't really stay against the cage that much. He always circles out very, very well. And that's why I didn't really think Topuria would like get into those combinations to the body and the head to knock him out. But he did. He was the first one ever. Max has never really been stunned. Like, he's been stunned against Dustin, like a little bit. Max never really been stunned, and the fact that he got knocked out by Topuria is insane. So if Belal wins this fight, we finally get to see that beautiful fight. But he didn't, all right? JDM won, and now we're going to see Islam Makhachev's dream of becoming a simultaneous double champ, which is also cool. Not as cool as the Topuria fight, but it's cool enough. Okay, so now we're going to unbox another figure. All right. I'm going to open the figure so I'm surprised. Oh my God. I was just talking about Max Holloway, right? Max Holloway. Let's get him set up over here. I just got like some of my favorite fighters. I just got Charles Oliveira, the gold one, Conor McGregor, and Max Holloway. Max Blessed Holloway. Look how cool this is. It's like holographic. That's so cool. Where'd he go? Here. Look at the tattoos. Again, these are available at Walmart nationwide. PMI's licensed action figures in the entertainment and electronics aisle. All right. Let's open one more. I just got Johnny Bones Jones. Wait, there's also like, look, each figure actually has. Hold on, I actually missed. Look, there's like a hat. They have like you can actually dress up the figures. That's pretty cool. So Johnny Bones Jones came with this. That's pretty cool. Guys, this is my little collection right now. And then it's so cool. Each one comes with like a mini octagon, right? Imagine putting them on like, oh my god, that's crazy. They all connect. That's actually crazy. And you can put them all like aligned. That is actually crazy. Anyways, guys, that's going to be the stream for today. Crazy card. I'm excited to see where that Islam Makhachev fight takes him. And again, these figures are incredible. They're at Walmart entertainment section and electronics nationwide. PMI's licensed action figures with the UFC. All right. I will see you guys next time.